I wanted to do a quick discussion about partial disassociation so that people understand why I seem flat in videos. And first of all, part of that's not my fault because of my Asperger syndrome, my autistic spectrum. I have a flat effect, so a lot of people like to think that I'm just saying stuff out of a script or accuse me of like making it up somehow. It's really because my emotions, I feel them so intensely. And situation has high emotions, obviously, that if I feel them to the extent that I really have them in there, that I would make myself sicker. And my body's too fragile to handle it, so I'm almost like semi-flat when I talk because of that. Honestly, if I felt the entire emotion the way that I really feel about it deep down, I would get sick. I would have an autonomic crisis. I would vomit. I would just like I'm going through hell and I'm terrified. I know exactly what kind of danger I'm in. I feel how sick I am. I feel like, I don't need an image to tell me about how bad a shape my neck is in when it's not in this. I can't even lie on my side without my neck and head and jaw like here sliding to one side and feeling like it's coming off, like, and then I get like tingling arms and stuff. Like, I don't, that just feels wrong. Like, you don't, I can't describe how that feels to you. It feels so wrong. It feels so bad. How would you like it if you felt if how would you like it if you felt like your neck was perpetually partially broken or your head was going to partially come off its freaking peg? That's how I feel. I mean, how does that feel? And then doctors around you aren't calling you back. Neurologist is like refusing to return your calls. Everybody's just ignoring you. And you're just sitting at home rotting and dying in danger. And you know that you pray that you don't have a crisis because the ER doesn't even let me lie down there if I'm, my legs are barely working and I'm freezing and I'm dehydrated. They make me sit and I could end up collapsing on their floor, which is even worse for me. And, like, I don't have anyone that can come down to the ER with me. Like, Mary can come down sometimes, but she's in school. Um, to watch me. And even if that they come down, they're powerful. Like, they're not going to listen to anyone. They didn't listen to the family members of the girls who the same thing was happening. One of those girls, and she described it in the Toronto conference, her family literally just said, like, screw you to the ER staff and took her into their van and lay her flat in the back and drove to the United States for help. They just said, screw you people, because they were just sitting there watching her convulse, like standing there, not letting her lie down, not giving her any help, while she's like seizing and convulsing and shivering and crisising. And they're just like, oh, she's psychosomatic. Like, when it's clear that she's not, like, your limbs are going white, your fingernails are going blue. Like, come on. So, if I didn't partially disassociate, I would be going crazy. I'm already going crazy, but I would have a complete and utter break, like a mental break, if I didn't disassociate. And someone was like, why are you promoting your music right now? Or something to me. And it's like, that's part of what keeps me sane, is my music. And you don't know what that's like until you're in my shoes in such a situation. I could not make it. I could pass away if I don't get the help because I do not have the finances to get to the United States. And as it stands, if I don't get those, I am dying. And because of that, I want to be doing my music, like I said. I want to be doing something I love so that that can be remembered as well as all of this. Because this is, it's negative and it's sad, and I want something happy to be happening as well. And it is hard to a little bit to get up, to get to dress up and do the music and stuff, but as long as I don't like overdo it in small doses, in careful doses, it makes me happy. It gives me a little bit of joy, and it gives me hope. So don't knock that until you are in my shoes and you understand. Everyone's different. Everyone deals with their grief and their pain and their fear and their anxiety differently, and that's how I'm dealing with it. So if you wouldn't deal with it that way, maybe we're just different. And it might be harder to understand for you, but that's the way I'm dealing with it.